It's Thursday night. You know what that means. We're going to be live at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, I know we're in that time of year where stress is running high. And for different people, there's different reasons for that. Why don't you come join us and just sit down and relax for a little while. Talk about nothing. Love y'all. See you in a little bit. Don't forget my good friend Mr. Barry Spears Music. Go check him out. See y'all in a little bit. Well, I might want to pay attention here instead of just going live and then zoning out. Which is pretty much what I just did. Oh, give me just a second. I gotta get on my own live on my other phone so I can read comments here. There we go. Hello, Helena, and it's Miss Claudia and Liquid. Hi, Rico. I could say that one. Hi, Diane. Hi, Diane. I just saw you pop in. Hello, Jerry. Oh, are you? Yeah, we're supposed to start getting snow. Hola, hola. Hi, Oscar. Hello there, Jace. Hello there. I see you, Jace. I see you. Now, I wasn't sure if you survived last week or not. I don't remember. Good to see you. Good to see you. Is it no Sandoval? Yeah, Jace, I absolutely remember you. I have a vague memory that you weren't with us anymore, but you must have redeemed yourself. Yeah, Diane, I was thinking he didn't survive last week, but he must have, because he's back. Yeah, we're best friends, that's right. Kenneth, Diane, I have a feeling that I know what that means and he needs to go ram jam on Mr. Kenneth 690 there. And yeah, we're starting out on a bad note here. Thank you, Diane. Thank you. Hi, Jay Bird and Lynn Dunn and Linda and Happy 78 Camper. Thank you for joining us. Yeah. Well, tonight I decided to put on my readers that are best for reading. I don't always do that. Hi, Gary. Hi, Pam Pinter and Ski127. Thank you for joining us. And Gracie is Waggy. My name is Gracie too. And yours is spelled the same way as mine. What's the 61 for mom? Jace, or who is that? Who's saying that? Oh, that's no Sandover. I don't know. Oh, what's the 61 for? And the 61 is the year that I was born, and this will be the only time in my life that it's true, but it's also my age. I was born in 1961 and I am 61 years old. I am from Kentucky, and I was from Kentucky most of my life and didn't live here, but I do live here now. Hello there, Shirley. Well, Jace, looks on TikTok can be a little a little deceiving. TikTok has some built-in features that help with that. I don't use filters on my live, and I don't use, most of my videos have filters. In fact, Rockstar Shar 80 talked about this, about, hello there, Gabriella. Hello, sweetheart. But, filters, oh, that's what's throwing me off. I've got the sound up on my other phone and it's lagging behind. What I was getting ready to say is most of my videos, that's my art, are filters and effects. That's what I do. Lip syncing videos with a lot filters and effects that I play with constantly. But on my live and my promo, I don't use filters, and I actually put on my own makeup rather than using filters for that. But I do have the beauty mode on, which I'm gonna say takes about 10 years off of you. Well, thank you, Jace. I've never had anybody compliment me on my readers before. And I actually I had 2 songs ready for tonight, and I thought one of them would be hilarious for me to do, because I can sing the song. I mean, I know all the lyrics and cues, and I can sing the song. But I was a little concerned. I don't know. Diane Ram Jam again. I am in central Kentucky there. IC Kentucky. Hello, Kazaray. How are you, sweetheart? Hello, Kaza. How are you feeling? Gabby's here too, you know. Thank you, Diane. That's okay. You know. we don't mind if you... Hello, Stephen. Hi, Stephen. Gabby, I don't know who Stephen is. Hello there, Addie. Addie, no, I'm sorry. I already have enough mods, and I don't, and I'm not saying, I say things sometimes and don't think about it, but I don't just make people mods. You know what I mean? Random people. And I'm sorry for referring to you. Oh, okay, Gabby, I'm sorry. I did not know your boyfriend was Steven. Sure, Diane Shirley was fixing to take care of it. Hi, Blake. Hi, Blake. But I don't mean to call you a random person, but I don't know you. I've not interacted with your content, and I don't really need more mods. I've got enough. But I'm going to talk about something a little bit later that may... hello, sweetheart. Hello, Blake. But anyway, I'm going to talk about something later on tonight about why there will be an opportunity for me maybe to have some other mods. But I'm thinking after the first of the year. But anyway, we went to the pallet store today, Diane, the new pallet store. I don't know how new it is. I have no idea how long it's been there. I just learned about it. But it's like half a mile from my house. And I had to take my Aunt Geraldine for an appointment this morning, early. It was a... No, Diane, no, sorry, no. I'll just go ahead and say it. I'm thinking about, and I don't know if I'll start doing this before the end of the year or not. I'm thinking about doing a little bit of what's my word? It's not really market research, but a little bit of reconnaissance. A little bit of reconnaissance, like on Wednesday night, doing, and what I'm just going to keep Thursday night, and we'll keep doing what we're doing at 7:30 on Thursday night. But I'm thinking about doing a Wednesday night, 9 o'clock live, just like I said, just kind of as some reconnaissance to see how that goes. You know, like a different day of the week, a little later. But I'm going to keep doing Thursday, and maybe I'll do that a few weeks. And what I was going to tell you and Shelly and Shirley. Hello there, JC. Good to see you. Hi, James Stalker. Well, yeah. Hello there, Park Guy. What I was thinking that I would do, if that works out well, I don't think I'll keep doing both nights. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe I'd be better off to do 2 nights. But what I was thinking, if you and Shelly and my great mods that I have here, if you want to migrate to the Wednesday night, and that works for you guys, then I may just close Thursday night down and switch it all together. If it doesn't, I don't want to lose you guys. So I'll stay on Thursday night, but, you know, I can get new mods if I need to for that time slot, because I don't want to put, you know, I don't want to put pressure on you guys that, okay, we're changing it up here. We're going to 9 o'clock Wednesday night instead of 7:30 Thursday night. I don't want to do it that way, because this time works for you guys. And hello there, Cold Cut Combo and Photography and Tommy Thorne and Dolly. Oh, I like that. Hi, Tommy and Ron Gilbert and Ron Mason and Felicia. Thank you guys for sending. We're already up to 1,200 likes here, and I do have a weaker tea here tonight because I have been tapering off on my caffeine, and I have been sleeping better. Hello there, Big Mama. Hello there, sweetie. I have been sleeping better, but I'm creating a sleep ritual, because that is one of, you know, as any of you who are here. Hello there from Florida. Is that Rich Alexander? Hello, Rich. Thank you for joining us from Florida. My mod, hello, Becky. My mod, Mrs. Johnson, lives somewhere in Florida. She is a immigrant to Florida, though. Yeah, you migrated, so I guess we could call you an immigrant. Now I'm losing my train of thought here. But anyway, Diane, that's what I was thinking that I might try. And that way, you know, if that works for you guys, that's great. But Diane, there's this, do you see that little sticker next to your name? It must be an hello, Cowboy J. Hello there from the Keys. Oh, congratulations, Becky. Congratulations, Becky. Oh, Abby, I'm feeling pretty good, actually. I got a nap in. That's why my promo was sent out so late, because I was I was napping till about 5 o'clock, but I probably didn't I probably took about a 3-hour nap because last night I went to sleep somewhere between 11 and 12. Unfortunately, I woke up at 1:30 in the morning and couldn't go back to sleep. I couldn't go back to sleep after that, so I was up from 1:30 in the morning till about 2 o'clock this afternoon, and I did get to lay down and hi, Rich Rocco. I did get to lay down and take a 3-hour nap. I think it was probably about 3 hours. But I had a hard time getting myself up and getting my promo done. I was too busy spending time practicing my song for 8 o'clock. And but anyway, I had a bunch of stuff. I did, like I said, I had to take my Aunt Geraldine to an appointment. Bunch of stuff. I did, like I said, I had to take my Aunt Geraldine to an appointment, and then on another errand. And then my intention, I would have been able to go lay down about 11 o'clock this morning and take a couple of hour nap. But then my Aunt Iva called and wanted to go to the pallet store. So I just, and had to go pick up some stuff at Walmart. So I decided to go with her, and we did that. And I like the new pallet store, Diane. The new pallet store is, I think it is fairly new. I don't think it's been there for months and months, and I just learned about it, but it's much nicer. It's big, it's huge. And they get in every week. They bring in I don't know who cares about pallet stores, but pallet stores are interesting. They close on Friday, because Friday's when they go to the auctions and buy more pallets. And they restock the store every Friday with 20 plus thousand new items. And it's a big, huge store, and there's a bunch of tables, and the tables are kind of like boxes. They have like a lip around them, so that it holds the stuff. I don't know what those kind of tables are called. Hello there, Debbie. Hello there, Debbie. And hard worker. Oh, the cat. Somebody said something about the cat again. I know, Diane. I think it must be a regional thing. Hello there, Armando. I'm going back and seeing. Yeah, that cat doesn't move. Yeah, I'll tell you when that cat moves. That cat moves when I move it. And any of you that come here very often, it has been sitting in that exact same spot for quite some time. Thomas, JP, I don't think you're supposed to be on people's live when you're only 13. Diane, can we mute them? Because you're really not Thomas IP, because we're really not supposed to have 13-year-olds on our live, and if he's commenting that, you don't have to block him, just mute him. I don't want those comments on there. And if I'm wrong about that, somebody correct me. My favorite number is 21. I actually do have a favorite number, and it's 21. Hi, Tony. The sitting ballerina. I love that, Hank. That's great. Yes, my kitty is stuffed, but it's not a real cat. It's not a taxidermied cat. It is a stuffed animal made by a company that makes very realistic stuffed animals. And they make them, you can buy not a life-size giraffe, but a ginormous giraffes and elephants all the way down to small ones. So, yeah. You can go on, there's a few companies that make those. You can find them on Amazon. Hi, Teal Bat. Thank you for joining us. But thank you, Shirley. If I'm wrong about that, but I don't think you're supposed to be on people's lives at 13 years old, actually. I am from Kentucky. Hello there, Dominic Guitar Slinger. I like the guitar slingers. I like that. But anyway, Diane, then how they do that, I'm having issues with the hair, and when I start getting annoyed with it, that's usually when I get out the clippers. And I'm hoping my friend Karen, she will discourage me from doing that. I'm doing just fine there, Hank. I had a little nap today, so I'm not the crazy wired, but I got a lot of energy. Yeah, and when I do a haircut, it's like gone. I start from scratch. I do. I do not go there, Tony, but yeah, I have family that lives in Louisville, and I've never been to the Kentucky Derby. Now, people in my family go, but I've never been to the Kentucky Derby. But yeah, no, I don't do that. But now, hello, big juicy steak. But now, I do have some horse people in my family. Hi, Mr. Casey. JC, I had that on my my list here. Hello there, official country boy. Hello there. Hi, classy B-babe. And I'm just gonna refrain from acknowledging. I'll keep talking. See, I can't get it out of my face because then I'm sitting on it. You know, got it behind me and pulling my brains out. But my brother, I'm going to switch from the pallet store and give that update. JC, my brother's going to be going home sometime next week, and I wish I could say that with more enthusiasm. Hi, Jughead and Corn something, but that I'm going to say it like this, and I know but it's the truth. It is not a medical decision that he's going home next week. It's a insurance company decision that he is going home next week. He will have 3 days of... Hank, when I shorten it, I usually just shave it off. I'm hoping I will not get the urge to do that. Thank you, William. I don't think I will do that this time. I just don't, but I'm gonna have to do something. It gets to a point where it's ridiculous, and it's at that point now. It's starting to annoy me. Once it starts to annoy me, it's gotta go. But yeah, that's JC. He at the facility, you know, this is now the third place that he's been at this facility. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. It's actually the third place that he's been, because he was in the hospital at Lake Cumberland. They moved him. Oh. They moved him to, oh my God. They moved him to the rehabilitation. So I guess this is, I'll take that back. This is only the second place that he's been. Yeah, Diane, he can only stay there until the 24th. And if he stays after that, it's going to be $900 a day for him to continue to stay there. He doesn't have $900 a day. I mean, my brother's only 57 years old, but his health has been, you know, by the time he was 45, he'd already had 6 or 7 heart attacks. Long before he was 50, he'd already had open heart surgery and stents and more heart attacks and yeah. And I'm not gonna. I mean, okay. My brother has abused himself, no doubt about it. You know, with the smoking and drinking. I smoked up until about 10 years ago, but I wasn't a heavy smoker. And, but I was always kind of aware of the alcohol because I don't think we have the genes for drinking. Or, you know, I just don't think, I don't think we should, I think we run a risk of a problem because, you know, my mom's brothers were alcoholics, my mom's dad, my grandfather was an alcoholic. Not a good thing for us. And what I will say about my dad is my dad just could not drink. But he got that pretty much out of his system when he was very young. Because he went in the military when he was... Yeah, I like the movie Cool Hand Luke. What we have here is a failure to communicate. One of my favorite movie lines. Yeah. Well, Hank, I'm not giving medical advice here. But it's the nicotine that you need. And there are better delivery systems for the nicotine that are not, as my doctor at Cleveland Clinic told me, it's not a good idea to inhale anything into your lungs. But, and I do not, I'm not encouraging people to vape. It is not something, if you have not developed an addiction for nicotine, don't do it. Don't do it. You know, we talk about the, you know, the health risks of smoking way more often than we talk about how addictive nicotine is. It is so addictive. But it's one of those things that there are other delivery methods for, once you have that addiction, there are better delivery, safer delivery methods. Yeah, and that is, hello there, Sheila. I love your profile picture. No, good for you, Sheila, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But what I was gonna say about my brother, and I know this is true. Oh, Hank. Hi, Trip Mom. Hi, Trip Mom. I haven't seen you forever. Hello there. But yeah, Hank, that it's tough. I'll tell you, without the vaping, I don't know. But I have used the gum too. I just can't chew gum all the time, but that gum really works. I used that, you know, whenever I went on the trip. And I'm pretty sure that if I started chewing that gum, I would probably quit vaping, because all I have to do is put a piece of that gum in my mouth and it you know, I get my fix. and I don't need to vape when I do that. Oh, your phone makes it look red. Well, it's a really pretty red. It's a really pretty red there, Sheila. But anyway, back to what I was talking about with my brother. My brother we have the bad genetics when it comes to your heart, especially. We got issues with that. But my brother, I was made aware of the heart issues when I was probably 22, 23 years old. Is when it was obvious there was something wrong with my heart, but they just misdiagnosed it. But anyway, I just understood that I was going to have to do things differently. And I always, since I was in my early 20s, I've always had a cardiologist that I have seen. I only had to see the cardiologist every couple of years. But every couple of years I had a stress test and had those tests done to monitor and keep an eye on it. And there's not much doubt in my mind that because I stayed on top of that, I didn't have a heart attack. The blockage in my heart, as soon as I saw the warning signs, I was at my cardiologist and I had a stress test and they found the blockage and they stented it. And that was when I was about 53, 54. Well, no, I don't think I'm going to live forever, but I would like to stay healthy for as many of those years as I can. And no, I don't think I'm going to live forever. In fact, I'm fairly certain that I won't. And I know that I probably I won't be one of those people that lives to 90 years old. That's not very likely. But I can be here longer. And the quality of that life can be better based on choices that I make. And if that's what the person was insinuating, you can have better health based on choices that you make. If you don't believe that, then not a whole lot that I can say that's going to change your mind, and I'm not going to try to. But there is a definite connection to your health and your lifestyle choices. That's absolutely true. Thank you, True Alpha King. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for sharing that with us. But, yeah, and you beat it naturally, and that people don't realize that you can do that. You don't have to have there are alternatives to chemotherapy and all of those things. And all I'm going to say about it. And True Alpha, if you've heard of this movie, and if you haven't, you may want to see it. There's a documentary called Escape Fire. You know, like what firemen do, how they will build escape fires to... Anyway, I'm not going to start down that path. But that's basically because we have created this medical industrial complex that's not really, and I'm getting political here, and I'm only going to do this for about another minute, because I'm late with the song, actually. But we've created this for-profit healthcare system that really has very little to do with health. And we have no escape fire. And it's a problem. What if you want to know more about what True Alpha King of, I can't see your whole name, True Alpha. True Alpha King of K. And I'm gonna follow you on this. It's my alternative account. It's actually not the account that I'm broadcasting live from, but I can follow you from that account. But anyway, watch the documentary. You can find it. I'm pretty sure you can find it on YouTube for free. It's called Escape Fire. And it will explain what I'm talking about. And it's why I do some of the things that I do, is because a big part of that document, it's why I went to the Cleveland Clinic, is because when I saw that documentary, I'm like, that's where I need to go. And I will tell you that that was a good decision. That was a very good decision, and changed the course of what I would do from that point on. And I'm probably still alive because of it. Is Shelly here? Oh, I'm getting ready to do it right now. And I've been rehearsing here, and I did bring the shades in here, but I don't think they're appropriate for this song. But you know what? Maybe the shades help me. Let's put those on. Let's put them on and see if they help me. We're going to do the song now. And I don't want to get into that heavy kind of topics anyway. Escape Fire. Well, Diane, will one of you guys comment Escape Fire documentary for me, just so it's on there? We're going to do a song now. and I'm not going to make any promises about it. Ziggy, go back. You've been looking for love all around the world. Baby, don't you know this country girl's still free? Why not me? Well, you're bound to come down to your old hometown. Your Kentucky girl's been waiting patiently. Why not me? Why not me on a rainy day? Why not me to love your cares away? Why not me? Why not me when the nights get cold? Why not me when you're growing old? Why not me? You've been searching for years to Singapore. Ain't it time that you notice the girl next door, baby? Why not me? You had to see if the world was round. It's time that you learned about settling down. Could be. Why not me? Why not me on a rainy day? Why not me to love your cares away? Why not me? Why not me when the nights are cold? Why not me when you're growing old? Why not me? Don't you know this country girl's still free? Why not me? Why not me? Baby, why not me? Oh, baby, why not me? Ziggy, cancel. Sorry about that. That was not good. Not that it's ever great, but it's usually a little better than that. Especially when I practice that song quite a bit. But I should not get my I should not get my... Yeah, I saw somebody just get vamoosed out of here. Yeah, I can't get myself worked up about things like that right before I'm gonna sing. That's not good. Thank you, True Alpha. True Alpha, I know I'm not a singer. What I do here is I do the same thing that I do when I make my lip syncing videos, and I will tell you, my lip syncing videos are way better than this because you don't hear my voice. Shelly, I was talking about, we got into this thing because my brother is going to be going home next week, but it's not a medical decision. It's an insurance company decision. And he's got no business going home. He doesn't. And we were talking about, and my friend Shelly, and Shelly, I know you don't mind me saying this, but True Alpha King is a cancer survivor. My friend Shelly, DJ Shelly Shell, is a cancer survivor. Yeah, Diane. But, hi, Mountain Man. But with Shelly, I started talking about how, people in my family, we were not dealt a very good hand as far as hearts and, and we have that familia high cholesterol thing going on. Trudy, I will send you the link to the live. I don't think I'll be cutting that song out. Or I'll tell you what, Trudy, and I'm not going to say I'll sing that song again because I can already feel it in here that I will not be able to sing it any better. It wasn't very good, Trudy. I did the song Why Not You after I was on a rant about our healthcare system. This is why I don't talk about things like this, because I am very passionate and have very strong views. That's why I'm just recommending the documentary Escape Fire, because a big part of what I'm talking about is in that documentary. So, I'm from Kentucky. True Alpha King. I'm from Kentucky. I was born in Kentucky. I grew up probably till I was about 7, some 8, somewhere around there. Good evening, Hank. I'll see you later, and thank you for all your support, Hank. Lived in Texas a big part of my my dad was career military, so I've lived all over. And I spent pretty much most of my adult life, 35 years, in Columbus, Ohio, suburbs of Columbus. Now, Trudy, what I did, you know how I try to get myself in the zone to do the song? Because I get nervous. No matter how many times I do this, I'm still, and I've heard actors say that no matter how many times, and singers, they never lose that nervousness. You just have to overcome it, and that's what I'm trying to do. Hello there, Prince Viking official. Yeah, it never seems to. I have to psych myself into it, and I went off. I went down the wrong path before I sang the song, so I almost couldn't even get it out. Couldn't even my voice. I was getting loud with my voice when I was talking, and I don't have the lungs for that. It's not the breath though. There's something about my vocal cords. If I talk loudly for any length of time, and I've been like that. It's been like that for as long as I can remember. I'm not good at shouting or talking in a loud voice. It makes my throat hurt. But anyway, that's what got us on that subject. And my brother, here's where he is. For any of you who have not been with my brother, is 57 years old. He had a pretty bad stroke. I don't know how else to describe it. Going on 2 months ago. And they've got him to the point, Diane, where he can yeah, JC, so you've been through this in a different aspect, just like Shelley has. But they have gotten him where he can stand up. He can stand up on his own. He still can't walk, even with a walker. And I believe if he were able to stay there like they were talking about till maybe February or March, I believe they would get him walking again. If he goes home and they send, and I've seen, and I'm not going to be disparaging to the people who come to your home to do physical therapy with you at your home, but he's not at that stage. They come to your home to continue. They're not going to get him 3 days for an hour or so a week, 3 days a week, coming to the home and spending an hour or so with him is not going to get him from just being able to stand up to ever being able to walk again. And I believe if he stayed in that rehabilitation, because the one that he was, where he was, they got him the use of his arm back, but they hadn't really worked on the walking much. He got to this place, they've been working on the walking. And within a couple of weeks, they've taken him from not even being able to turn himself over in bed or set up or anything else on his own, as he can set up now and stand up. He can get himself to a standing position, but he still can't walk. Now, with that kind of change and that kind of improvement, there's no doubt in my mind if he were able to stay there, and he were able to stay there for another few months, they'd have him walking. Bye, Trudy. Thank you. I talked to Glenn this morning. Messaged with Glenn this morning. But I'll talk to you later, Trudy. I'll be here all day tomorrow. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not even leaving the house. Probably for a few days, because it's supposed to snow, actually. Yeah, JC, I hate it. Because I know perfectly well. And see, the thing about it too is with my brother, they want to get his, why are we so far up? I don't know what that means. But once he's done with his physical therapy, his cardiologist, he's got an almost 100% blocked carotid artery. And you can't live for very long like that. His cardiologist is waiting until he's done with his physical therapy before they do the surgery, because that's going to take a surgery to fix that. And he's waiting until he gets, now I will tell you this, and I'm not going to go into why it's true, my brother has lost 80 pounds in less than 3 months. He has lost 80 pounds. And well, you comment that to us, Alpha King. But oh, I'm not even reading. I'm going off on something that I tell people to come here to relieve their holiday stress. Boy, this is really effective. Yeah, this. What was the question? I'm gonna go back and see what the question was so I can actually address it. Well, never mind. I can't find the. I can't find. Oh, why are you so far up? I don't know what that means. Why am I so far up? I don't know what that means, actually, but Diane understood it and answered the question. Thank you, Diane, because I had no idea what she was talking about. Do I have a... Okay. I'll leave that one. Oh, baking soda. Yeah, baking soda. I used to use baking soda as an antacid. Yeah, there's somebody there that I'll leave it up to you that I'm not going to worry about, because you can throw them out or not, I don't care. But I'm going to move away from this, because I did say, because we don't usually talk about heavy topics. This is not what we do here usually. They're true Alpha King. Not the kind of thing we usually talk about. I give updates about my brother, but I don't go into my disdain for the medical industrial complex. I don't talk about things like that here. Not what I do. So we're gonna calm it down here. No, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. It was not your fault. I started it. I started it myself, even before you came, I think. Not a topic for me to get on, because it's stressful. It's stressful to me. Yeah. And I was again. That's what I said in my promo. Come here because it's a stress-free zone, and then I amp it up. And get myself so stressed I can't even sing the song. But oh yeah, and we had our Christmas last Saturday. Christmas at Iva's was last Saturday, which was really okay. Bye Becky. Bye Becky. Thank you so much for coming. Hello Thomas the Collector. But anyway, so that's where it stands with my brother. We'll see how that goes when he goes home. I'll keep you updated and hopefully it'll be all right. And congratulations to Becky on a new job. Congratulations to my cousin Rhonda. She's starting a new job here that she just got in a couple of weeks. And Alexis is about to finish up with her training and schooling for what she does. She is a medical professional, and she will be finishing that up in February, but then she will be continuing on. So anyway, we'll have something to celebrate in February, I guess. But anyway, we had a really good Christmas at Iva's. I think probably 27, 28 people. And It was really nice. And my turkey turned out really well. My stuffing was the best that I've ever made. My turkey gravy was really good. When I brought it back home, it wasn't quite thick enough when I took it over there, but the flavor was really good. And my cobbler was really good when I brought it home and cooked it for another hour, because I don't know how I did that, but my cobbler, it's not a cobbler that I make. It's like a peach cobbler, but it should be baked for an hour and a half, or about 2.5 hours actually. And it's a weird thing. You don't usually bake a cobbler for 2.5 hours, but this you do. And I baked it for an hour and a half. So yeah, it wasn't quite done. Nobody said anything about it, but I noticed it. Yeah. I do all right. True Alpha King. I got my own blood pressure down. I got my own A1C down. I got those numbers down myself without drugs. But anyway, so we had a really good Christmas at Ives. But back to the pallet store. We're going to talk about the pallet store. That's what we're going to talk about. And I got some new PJs and some new warm socks from my cousin Cynthia at Iva's Christmas. Said congratulations. I was going to talk about, I saw Zach Black doing a live, and I wanted to say something about my musician friends who are out there plugging away on their lives and doing videos. Love and like Mr. Barry Spears Music and Zach Black and Shep Gold and Grandpa Rufus and all of those guys. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you. I did want to get that out there. But back to the pallet store, Diane. What they do every Friday, they restock the store with over 20,000 items. On Saturday, everything in the store, no matter what it is $5. On Sunday, it's $4. Monday, it's $3. Tuesday, it's $2. And Wednesday and Thursday, it's $1. Now, as you can imagine, you know, things, you know, by the time you get to today, there actually was a lot of stuff left, but it's been picked over, you know, for a week. And when I went on Saturday, there was so much stuff there. I went when I first learned about it on a Saturday. There was so much stuff there, I was overwhelmed. And I bought some organizers, you know, those clear acrylic little divider things. Hello there, retired trucker Dan. Hello there. Bye, JC. Bye, JC. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I appreciate your support. What is that that's popping up on my screen? Oh, there's Jace back again. Hello there, Jace. Hi, Winter Thunderstorm. Hi, Winter Thunderstorm. And Harley John, 33, and Fallen Angel Prime. But anyway, here's something funny that I got. I bought these glasses in this case that I like. I bought them because I thought they were, you know, the computer glasses. And they're actually, see the frames? They're really, really pretty. They're actually prescription glasses. I can't even see out of them. They're not readers. And I told my Aunt Iva, I'm like, hey, and I didn't know it till I got home or I wouldn't have bought them. But they're really nice frames. I guess if somebody wanted to get their prescription put in these frames. But, so, I could have had something different. Hello there, Elm. Good evening. Thank you for joining us from California. Hi, Rockin' Robin. Hi, Rockin' Robin. And Diane, look what I got. I already have one, but for $1, I got another little, it's the little pitcher that you put the milk in when you steam the milk. And look what came with it. A keychain. What is this thing? What is this? What's the appropriate name for this? I know it has a name and I cannot remember what it is, but look at that, a little keychain. So I got that for $1. I think the one that I have, what is it called? No, this isn't a creamer. This isn't a creamer. This is actually very heavy stainless steel, and it's got the measurements inside of it. It's what you put your milk in when you put it, to froth your milk. It has a name. I don't know what it's called. It does have a name. But I got this with this, and this little keychain is like really heavy metal, like really well made. But I got it for $1. The one that I've got in there in my cupboard that goes with my espresso machine, I think it was probably somewhere between $25 and $30. So they're not cheap because they're really well made. So I got that for $1. I was thrilled with that. But I can't, it does have a name. Do we have any baristas in here? They'll know what the name for that is. And then I got, these wallets that are like, I don't know what they're called. I know Zach carries one. But they're the wallets that are, they're hard. It's a shell, but it's a man's wallet. And then see, it opens up. I'm trying to show it so that you can, I don't know how to get it at the right angle. But there's little compartments here to put your stuff in. And I know Zach has this kind of wallet, so I got it for $1, so I thought I'd get that for Zion because he might like to have a wallet like Daddy's. And I got a phone case that was exactly like the phone case that I used to have that got kind of ratty looking, that caused me to get a new one. Because I like the phone cases that have the wallet on the back of it, and I just ripped this back and I'm giving this to Whitney. But see, and it's got the thing so that you can wear it around your neck, which I need. And then see, it has the wallet inside it. But this one's much nicer because it's really flat. And it's exactly like the old one that I had that, I just had it so long it was like beat up. But this one's nicer because it's got this little flap thing here, and you can put like your driver's license in there. I don't recommend that though. But my other one just had a slot that you stuck your debit card or something in. This is much nicer. Unfortunately, this is not for my phone. It looked exactly like it, but I know it'll fit. I'm pretty sure it'll fit a 13 because I remember trying another, because my phone is an 11. I remember trying one of my other cases on Zach or Zoe or Whitney's 13, and their phone was just a little bit smaller than mine. And this case is just slightly, all the configuration is exactly the same. The buttons are in just a slightly different place between an 11 and a 13. And I believe that's what this goes to. It's not marked on the bag. And I didn't take it out and try it. But I'm pretty sure it goes to a 13. So I will probably be able to give this to Whitney. But again, it was only $1. And, okay, so I showed you there, I showed you the glasses. I've only got 4 things that I could find that I bought, but I know I bought 5 things, Diane. Thank you. Thank you for coming, True Alpha King. Frothing pictures, that's it. And they don't cost $1. because they're it's a heavy grade stainless steel. And it's, you know, got the graduations inside of it. And that little keychain is so adorable.
I found this on web.
Cancel, Siri. Anyway, my watch was just talking to me even though I hadn't asked it anything. Thank you, True Alpha. So I have no idea what the fifth item was, Diane. I looked around looking for something, and I cannot for the life of me remember what it was, and I can't find it. These things were all laying on the counter, and so there's another item that I got at the pallet store. I just have absolutely no idea what it was. I can't find it anywhere. I don't see it anywhere. But, so that was our pallet store trip. Iva had a doctor's appointment, which she took herself to. Yeah, I can't even begin to. Oh, I know what it was! I know what it was! Hang on, because I want to show you this, actually. I know why I can't find it, because I put it away. This is what I got, and I don't usually like wire hangers, but these are really, and I'm sick and tired of those stupid, because I don't have wire, I have those plastic hangers, and I think they start, well, I know they do, they start to degrade after a while. I cannot stand, I cannot stand those plastic hangers because they break. But see, this is like a really heavy, I mean, I can't even bend it. A really heavy metal, and see how it's wrapped with like piping fabric. I got 10 of these for $1. I wish I would have bought 20 or 30. Maybe they'll have some more. Maybe they'll still have them. And I'll get more. I love them. I love them. I mean, you can't, it's like so sturdy. It doesn't bend at all. It's really nice. I've never seen a hang, I mean, if other people have seen hang, and see how it loops around there? I wish I could make it so you can see. It's covered with like a heavy duty kind of fabric, like, you know, like piping or something. Anyway, that's what the fifth item was. And I wish I would have just gotten 50 of those. And not, oh no, 40 of those and the steamer, or the milk frother, or what did you say it was called? The frothing pitcher, I think is what it's called. Oh, you had to cancel a dentist appointment because the rains were so heavy. There's not another hurricane, or I haven't watched any weather, no news, no nothing. In the last week or so, I've been out of it. I had not been on TikTok just once in a while. I got on TikTok just once in a great while. And I've made 2 videos in a week. And I just haven't been on TikTok. Haven't been watching many videos. Haven't responded to DMs. I've responded to a few DMs, and I've watched a few videos that people have sent to me. I've just had too much to do. And I've had, you know, like I don't like when my Aunt Geraldine does this, but it was really out of her control, because people don't ask me to do things on Thursday, usually, unless it's my Aunt Iva and I going to Pallet Store. We don't have to go all the way to the next town over. Right in my backyard, practically, there's a pallet store. And a much better pallet store. And where I can get more junk. Oh, and you know, I was talking about that Shein company, or whatever it is, SHEIN, that I had ordered some stuff from. I got these jeans from there, and I don't remember what I paid for them, but I know it was less than $20, and they are really, really nice and really, really comfortable. And everything so far that I've gotten from there, I am very happy with the quality. And I mean, especially for the price, because, you know, I expect that you get what you pay for. What that Shein place kind of reminds me of, Diane, it's like when I had Filene's Basement, when I could go to Filene's Basement, you know, and I could get really good stuff for not a lot of money. Because I don't like paying retail for anything. I'm not a fan of that. I don't want to pay retail. Hello there, Samson. You're in a tornado watch too? Yeah, I'm impressed. First thing I ordered from there was Gabby's shoes that I got for her. And so I didn't get to see them in person. But I got these jeans. Now the leggings that I got, the leggings were just too big. It was a sizing thing. Thank you, thank you from Mexico. I'm doing just fine. I'm from Kentucky, and I'm also in Kentucky. Hi, Roger Kirkman. But yeah, I really like it. I like it a lot. It reminds me of when I could go to Filene's. We had a Filene's Basement in Columbus, and I love that store. Love that store. But anyway, that is my big thing that happened, I guess, is going to the pallet store. But anyway, my Aunt Geraldine had an appointment at 8:45 this morning. Diane, you know, we don't do mornings. We are not morning people. And of course I didn't sleep last night. So, yeah, anyway. So I got up and took her. I actually feel good though. I feel pretty good, and I haven't stopped drinking I've been drinking the same amount of coffee. I've just been making the coffee weaker, and I've been like stretching that out until I go to sleep, so that I'm not making a cup of tea every night too. But most of the time, yes, I do live alone. I was just talking about that with a friend of mine. I have my friend that lives in West Virginia. I found somebody, Diane, that has lived alone longer. Well, Diane, I haven't asked you how long you've lived alone. But he is just like me. Not only has he lived alone for 18 years, just like me, he's never even dated anybody or had a girlfriend in 18 years, just like me, for 15 years. 29 years. Yeah. So you've done it even double almost how long I have. So yeah, you're not changing us. That's not gonna happen. We are I'm not saying we're not changing in any way, shape, or form. I'm saying we like being by ourselves. Yeah, Diane, I haven't even been on a date. I have not been on a single date. The closest thing that I have come to that is, my virtual attempts at that. And that doesn't really work out well, but I realize that's probably how it's going to be, and I'm perfectly content with my life staying exactly the way it is for the rest of my life. I'm actually good with that. Yeah. Diane, it's so funny to me when I think about this, but I got married when I turned 19 in May, and I got married in July. I dated when I was in high school, but in my adult life, I started dating my husband when I moved to Columbus and graduated from high school. I started dating him very shortly after I moved there. Never dated anybody else. Married him. The first person that I dated, which was Brad, after my husband, I spent 16 years with, and I've never dated anybody since he's been gone. So I've dated exactly 2 people in my adult life. Since I was 18 years old, I've dated 2 people. I'm not going to say I think there's something wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with it if you've dated a lot more people. I think it's probably a good thing. But, yeah. So obviously, I didn't have a whole lot of interest in it to begin with. And, I'm kind of like that. I just don't meet people that I'm attracted to. It is a very rare thing to happen to me. And, of the 2 real life relationships and the 1 virtual relationship, I'm gonna say I've had one out of 3 that were good. 1 out of the 3. And I spent 12 years with my husband. He's passed away too, but he's the father of my children. And yeah. No, when I was in high school, I never dated anybody seriously. I didn't go steady with people when I was in high school. I had 1 boyfriend, but I didn't have serious relationships either when I was in high school. I really just didn't. I had, number 1, I was very immature when I was in high school in a lot of ways, but in other ways I was very mature because I knew exactly what I wanted. I didn't really... A boyfriend to me when I was in high school was somebody for me because we didn't drive. I went to high school in Germany. You don't drive till you're 18. None of us drove. There was like 1 or 2 people we knew that drove. So you didn't go, your dates, we walked across the street to the movie theater because we lived on a military base. And so, that was the extent of your dating. You were going to school dances. There was a little town, a German town, Groomville, that was within walking distance. We would go there to a pizza place sometimes. There were a couple of places there that we went to and stuff like that. And we would ride the shuttle buses and the trains and go places, but we didn't really. And you couldn't talk on the phone, so we didn't even, when I was in high school, we weren't even able to talk on the phone. Hello there, C-Boy, and I, Crane, whatever that says. So, I didn't really, like I said, a boyfriend to me was somebody that I went to the movies with. And, hi, Ricky Blundell. And I have no idea. Hi. I have no idea what that says. Oh, I can actually, I don't know what that says, but anyway, I can actually follow you back. I just followed you on my alternate account, but I can't, and you don't do friend request. I mean, we're on TikTok, not Facebook. Friend request is on Facebook. You can follow me and I can follow you. That makes us friends on TikTok. But I followed you on my alternate account. But I'm going to tell you, I don't ever answer DMs. I don't do anything on my alternate account. I have some videos up over there, and I put videos up there once in a while, but not very often. So, you won't get any response to anything there. But anyway, I don't know. Maybe it's because the people that are like us, who don't date, who live by ourselves, we don't meet each other either. we don't meet each other. Now, like my friend Glenn, he's not on social media at all. The only reason that I met him is because my friend Trudy, who lives in West Virginia, she's like, I got this friend, and you and him seem to have a whole lot in common, and you might be friends. And so yeah, him and I just text each other or message each other once in a while. I know. Yeah, Shelly, figure out what that's about and make the determination, because Jace isn't really causing any trouble or anything, but he's just kind of, and I'm not going to let him distract me with trying to figure out. Yeah, Diane, don't spend any time figuring out what he means. Let him say whatever he wants to say, and if he keeps doing that, Jace, you might want to behave and stop doing that, because they will mute you. I mean, he's not saying anything offensive that I know of, but he's being a little distracting. Hi, Harley John. Thank you for coming back. We are at 2,300 likes. We are at 2,300 likes. But anyway, Jace has been with us for 2 weeks, and so far he's stayed, as far as we know. I have no idea what he's talking about, so but he's so far he's stayed in the safe zone. He hasn't crossed over into the you gotta go zone yet. But anyway, yeah, Diane. How my Aunt Iva said that. My Aunt Iva said, I wish you would just, and my friend Karen, I wish you would meet somebody that lives in the same city so that like you could go out to dinner and things like that. And I'm like, where am I going to meet these people? Where am I going to meet somebody here? I don't go anywhere. What? I might meet them at the pallet store. At the pallet store, at the doctor's office, at the Kroger. That's the only place I go. Those are the only places I go. And hello there, Chris Geiger. Yeah. What? I might meet a pallet store guy. But that's what my friend Glenn and I were talking about. We're not likely to meet somebody. We're not likely to find somebody because we ain't looking for nobody. I told him that. I said, well, you're probably not gonna find something if you're not looking for anything. I don't know. Where's Gabby and Blake and them? They could translate that. Remember they translated something else for us and told us it was bad and we had no idea what it was. Yeah. See, Diane, he's speaking a language that we don't know. If Gabby or Blake or Landon or somebody were here, they could translate for us, but oh my God. But he is making us pay attention to him, and I think that's probably his only goal. I think that's, yeah, Jace, I think what you're missing here is this is the grandma page. This is the grandma page. You know, we're not hip. We are not hip at all. Yeah, see, that's the thing. You know, my friend Shala used to be the worst. She's like, every time we'd go somewhere, she's like, Gracie, that guy there, he's really good looking, isn't he? What do you think? And I'm like, stop, don't do that. Don't do that. You know what I mean? It's like, don't, yeah. And then finally she just gave up. I think it took her about 3 or 4 years and she just gave up. And my Uncle Walter said it too. Because him and I were talking about, you know, because I have friends online that I talk to. My Uncle Walter, Iva wants me to have somebody in my house. And I don't know why, you know, she comes from that generation. Well, I will tell you, Luft 88, I actually do not, what happened is in my adult life, 5-6 years ago, I moved out of my life. And I lived in the suburbs of Columbus, Ohio, where I had lived for 35 years. That's where, and I don't have high school friends that I still know in person because I went to high school in Germany. We were all Army brats. I don't have, even when I come back here, I don't have a bunch of friends that I knew when I was young that I can get back in touch with. I don't have that here. I don't have that anywhere except for Columbus. I lived there for 35 years, so all of the friends and people that I knew in real life, I left them when I came here. And now, and there's nowhere to go and nothing to do here. I've moved to a very small rural town. And so, no, actually, I don't. I have my family, is what I have here. I have my next door neighbor who is probably the only friend outside of my family that I have made in the 6 years that I've lived here. She is the only real life person that I've met and made friends with since I lived here. And the only one, left. Yeah. So yeah, I live on TikTok, basically. I used to live on LinkedIn, Twitter, and I never did live on Facebook that much. I lived more on LinkedIn. And Shelly, yeah, my moderator, DJ Shelly Shell, I know her in real life. That's the only reason. Well, Jace, thank you for the translation, and that is very flattering. I appreciate that. You see that, Diane? Oh, but yeah. So, anyway. But no, my Uncle Walter was saying that because and I don't know why she's just from that generation where women need a man in the house, you know, to take care of things. You know, that I don't really need a man in my house for most of those things. I can take care of those things myself. I can fix things myself. I can do pretty much, I mean, okay, Zach comes over. I cannot flip my own mattress. And Zach and I have a debate about, has been called into question how often that actually needs to be done. No. Yeah, he's thinking it doesn't need to be flipped around as often as I think it does, but I'm thinking he's wrong. But that's what I need somebody to come here for. And when my car needs to be worked on, Zach does that, but I do some stuff myself. There's a lot of stuff on the car I can do myself. On my other car, I put new battery cables in my other car. You know, I'm not talking about jumper cables. I put new connectors and wires and everything on my battery in my other car because they were in very bad shape. And I can change a tire. I could change oil. My dad told me not to do that though because you have to get under the car. Plus Zach has a garage at his house with a car lift and everything. It's much easier for him to do that stuff. But so yeah, the things that most women have men do, like work on stuff around the house or work on their car or take their car to get it detailed or detail the car. I do all those things for myself. The only thing I don't mow the grass. I just can't do that. So I hire my cousin Blake to do that. And other than that, I mean, I can work on the sink. I've put in new faucets. I've installed I've installed 2 garbage disposals in my life. I can install light fixtures. I installed my washer and dryer, you know what I mean? I had to actually change the outlet because you know how a lot of times when you move the cord on your dryer, the plug doesn't match the outlet. Well, my plug didn't match my outlet, but the outlet was broken, so rather than change the plug on the dryer, I changed the outlet. And You know, I can do electrical work. I can work on my devices. You know, as Joy Behar used to say, I don't need a man in my house. Just come in, program the VCR, and leave. I never needed anybody to program my VCR. I knew how to do that on my own. So, yeah. But I think my Aunt Iva thinks she wants me to have somebody to take care of me. Hi, Victoria. Hello, Victoria. She wants me to have somebody to take care of me. I don't really need anybody to take care of me. Her and my Uncle Walter and Zach do that, and Alexis do that. I don't really need a man for that. Thank you, Matthew. But I think that's what it is with her. She thinks she wants me, and I mean, I'm not saying that it wouldn't, because I will tell you when it's not pleasant to be by yourself, and Diane, I think you've experienced this too, is when you get sick or when you have health problems. That's when, yeah, it would be real, you know. And I'm not saying it wouldn't be nice to have somebody, but I need to find that person that walks on water. That person needs to walk on water, and I'm not really going to sacrifice the life that I have for anything less. That's what it is. And my Uncle Walter pointed that out to me, you know, when I was thinking about not living by myself anymore. My Uncle Walter said that to me. He said, he made me think about it, because he said, you really want to give up your freedom. He's like, you got the perfect life. And I said, I've never given up my freedom to be in a relationship, because I've never had somebody that told me what to do. Even my husband didn't try to tell me what to do. But when you're in a relationship, you do things differently, and you have an obligation and a commitment to that person. You can't just do whatever you want to independent of them, because they are part of your life. You know what I mean? So I started thinking about that, and I thought, ooh, yeah. I'll tell you when I started, something else that made me start thinking about it is, like, you know how I talk, you know how I call everybody sweetheart, and how I talk to people, and how I talk to men. I found myself like being called into question how I was talking to somebody, and being kind of self-conscious about that, because this person might not like it. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that. I like being able to say and do whatever I want to. And there's, you know. Yeah. See, that's why my friend Karen and my Aunt Iva, they think it would be really nice if I met somebody that lives here, because they could still stay in their house and I could stay in mine, and we could just, you know, go to a movie or out to dinner or something like that sometimes. And, but the way it is now, oh, collector of pretty rocks. I knew that was one of your friends. Hi, Rachel. I knew that was one of your friends, Diane. Oh, Diane, I'm sorry. I got your invitation to your live that you did on Monday night, I think it was. But I don't think I went to Smurfette's live either. I don't know what was going on with me Monday. I cannot remember. I was probably still zonked out from the cooking I had to do for Friday and Saturday. Plus, I went to my Aunt Iva's and helped her set up a little bit and get stuff ready over there for Saturday too. So I had been working a few days. And, oh, well, somebody went away. Did somebody go? Shelly and I told you I've only done, and I did do 2 songs. I did the song, that Why Not You song, because I picked that song because it's a song I know really well. You couldn't tell that by me singing it here tonight, but Shelly knows I know that song very well. Shelly and I used to listen to the Judds. or I think, remember, Shelly, one of our favorite song lines was, "Love is alive and at our breakfast table." We used to sing that all the time. But anyway, that's why I picked that song to do, because it'd been kind of stuck in my head because somebody else did a TikTok of it, and I knew I could do it easily and quickly. And then I did the song Blue by LeAnn Rimes. And I'm going to tell you, I saved you guys some pain, because I was going to do that song. I was going to do the song Blue. Lord have mercy. And then I thought, oh, I will have every dog in the neighborhood howling and every cat yowling if I sing this song. Because you know how it's got like the yelp, blue. I mean, here's what I did, because I wanted to know how badly it sounded. I actually, when I did that song Blue, I did it outside TikTok so I could hear. But I actually recorded my voice singing that song Blue, because I'm like, I wonder how bad this actually is. And it was like, whoo-wee, that is so bad. And I thought, I am gonna sing that song Blue on here sometime, because when I listened to that, I was rolling. So it will actually be hilarious. I thought of this, how hilarious that would be, that when people, you know, when your live comes up on their FYP, and they see this person singing, and they're like, oh my God, that poor thing thinks she can sing. Oh my God. I did. I thought it would be great for me to do that song, because, you know, when I sing it very seriously. You know, the way if you see, because I just did, that was when I couldn't sleep early this morning, I got up and did that TikTok of that song Blue. And you can see how seriously I sing it by watching the video. And that's how I would sing it here on my live. I'd sing it very seriously, but what is coming out of my mouth is hilarious. Oh my God. It's like some weird kind of yodeling. So I actually thought about doing it for pure comic relief, and then I thought, well, I may not be up to that. But anyway. But it would have been even worse, because, and Diane, you know, I cannot get on I cannot talk about those serious subjects like that, like healthcare and things like that. I can't do it. I cannot do that, because I get too worked up, because I am very passionate about those kind of things, and I'm not waffling on my opinions, and I'm not on the fence with my opinions about things like that. I have very distinct views and ideas about things like that. So it's not like I'm, oh, well, yeah, that could work, or that's okay, or, oh, you can do it either way. No, I don't believe that at all. I believe that the way we are doing it is absolutely ass backwards of how it should be done, and our medical system is broken and probably beyond repair. And I know that people are dying because of it, and I'm not passionate about that just because of the situation that my brother finds himself in right now, but I have always been passionate about that. You know, I know if our medical system and everything, and this is the last thing I'm going to say about it. If we had had a different medical system, and if the pharmaceutical industry had not been allowed to do what they did, I know that Brad would still be alive to this day. I know that beyond any doubt that that is true. And that system let him down badly. And I fought against it with everything I had in me for all those years, and couldn't get through it. Couldn't get him the help that he needed. And yeah, that's why I don't talk about that. That in particular, I don't talk about that because it will have me fuming. I mean, I get really, really, and can't do it. Just cannot do that. Yeah. I mean, that is a subject, and I mean, I have a lot of topics like that I am very passionate about, but that is one that will light my hair on fire. I mean, yeah. And I am surrounded by people who don't get it. They do not get it. They don't get that whether my brother lives or dies or not will depend on whether he stays in a facility like that or he goes home. And I know that sending him home is pretty much a death sentence. And I know that. And there's not one thing I can do about it. And so I think that's probably another reason that that's not a good topic for me to be on right now. But anyway, we talked about the pallet store. I said congratulations to my cousin Rhonda. My cousin Rhonda has gotten my cousin Rhonda's an RN, and she's gotten a new job because she's been a travel nurse for quite a while, and she's gotten a new job at Lake Cumberland, and so she's gonna stay close to home now. And oh, I know, Diane, I know, it has nothing. That's why I said that about it. That system is ass backwards because, and I know I'm talking about it again, but that's okay. I'm not getting riled up about this, but how do you make a for-profit healthcare system and ever think that that's gonna be beneficial to people's health? If you can't see the conflict of interest with that structure, you must be blind or stupid or both. I mean, there is hi Gabby, thank you for coming back, sweetie. But You know what that's what upsets me, that how in the, this, why would you ever think that was going to work? And I don't think they didn't. They didn't care whether it worked or not. They only cared if they made money. And that part of it's working out well for them. But, yeah. I know. And I actually do like talking about things like that. It just, I could not do that here. When I can do it right now because it's just us. But yeah, I can't have people popping in here with what I consider to be idiotic views about those things. Yeah. Because I don't know that I'm right about everything I believe and think, but I will tell you on that subject, I probably know more about that subject than 95% of people. And I know of what I speak. That is not something I've read or something I've seen in a documentary. My life has been drastically impacted by the failures of that system. So, yeah. And so are other people's. They just don't realize it. You know what I mean? I've noticed that here. People don't even realize here that one medical, whether you go to this medical facility or another medical facility. Hello there, Billy Ray. They don't even think about the level of care. That hospital that my brother left, that he originally was in, that is a really bad hospital. I mean, they are bad. I mean, they have really bad reputation. And there aren't a whole lot of good hospitals in this state. It's in a rural area out in the middle of nowhere, and not many people want to live there. And, yeah, it's really bad. Let's end this, because we are past time anyway, Diane. And I can't. It's funny because what it is once that's the other thing about it. Once something like that gets in my head, I can't even think of anything else. You know what I mean? I can't. That's one of those topics that once I get on it, I can't let it go. I cannot let it go. And that's not what I want to do here. I want this to be, I was thinking of, here's something that it just reminded me of. I was thinking about this today because Iva and I were raking havoc in the pallet store and in the Arby's.
What kind of businesses are you looking for?
Oh, I didn't ask you anything, Siri. Cancel. But we were... I know, Diane. My Aunt Iva and I were in the... Because when her and I are together, we are usually laughing like hyenas, constantly. I mean, at nothing. And then we make a joke out of everything. And we go in the Arby's, and people, there were a few other people like spaced out in the Arby's. I mean, spaced as in their geographical location, not. But anyway, we're always in there, like when we go somewhere like that, we're sitting there just cracking ourselves up and you know what I mean, like yucking it up in the restaurant and people looking over at us like, what are they laughing at? And I'm sure they think that we're laughing at them, and sometimes we are. Sometimes we are saying, what is going on with that person? Or whatever. I can't think of anything in particular. But, you know, we're sitting there doing that. And my Aunt Iva she doesn't like to call attention to herself, but man, she does it a lot. For somebody that professes not to like that, she does it an awful lot. Like she's talking with people in the pallet store. And again, the pallet store is huge. And the table, you know, and she's fat. There's these two kids in the pallet store with their parents or their mother, and they want some balloons. So I was looking through the bins for balloons for these kids, and I'm like, I saw a big bag of balloons in one of these things. I just don't remember which one, but we never did find no, Sandoval, I'm gonna ask you not to call me Mom because I'm not your mother, and I know that you're not one of my children, so please don't call me Mom, okay? And if you continue to call me Mom, you will not continue to be here, because I just don't like that. That's kind of disrespectful, actually. Because I ain't your mama. But anyway, yeah, that's she's talking, you know, we talk to the other people there, and we do the same thing in Arby's, and I thought about, and what my point was is I thought about that today, about her and I and my Aunt Mildred, and it used to be true with my Aunt Carol, and even over at my Aunt Jackie's, when we all get together, we are just, when I go stay at my Aunt Mildred's house, I come back with my sides hurting because we laugh all the time. I mean, like falling in the floor, rolling in the floor, laughing. I don't know what, and I can't even tell you what, and I think all of it's inside stuff. You know what I mean? That wouldn't make a bit of sense or be one bit funny to anybody else, but to us, we are rolling. And it's really funny because, and what I realized was, one of my other aunt, you know, from my dad's side of the family, we don't really do that. She's kind of, I told Iva that, I said, I know what it is that stresses me so much about being with that aunt. I love her very much, and I like doing things for her. But it's always all gloom and doom with her. With her, it's always gloom and doom, I'm telling you. We don't talk and laugh and carry on like that. With her, it's like these very serious conversations about nothing. And, you know, it's just, yeah, I don't have that relationship. I didn't grow up around my dad's family. I mean, I saw them like at reunions and at Christmas, but I never stayed with my dad's family like I did my you know how I've said my aunts and their my mom's 3 sisters and their husbands are just like parents to me. Like my Aunt Iva and my Uncle Walter, they are the same as my parents. My Aunt Mildred, you know, that's just how my aunts and their husbands were to me. that's not true on my dad's side of the family. So maybe that's what it is, but I don't. They're not like us. They don't laugh, and she hasn't had, like my Aunt Geraldine. She hasn't had a good life. She's had the best life in her later years, living by herself, because she is a survivor of some of the worst domestic violence that I've ever seen or heard of, short of murder. I'm horrible for 20 years. And didn't know how to get out of it. And when she did, she struggled. She had a very difficult way to go and struggled. And she made it. She owns her own house now, a really nice little house. She's able to take care of her. The only problem is she does need help because her eyesight, she's legally blind, and she doesn't drive. She never has driven. And so that makes her more dependent, but she has her church friends and everything, and she does pretty well. It's just once in a while she needs me to take her somewhere, and I don't mind doing that. And, yeah, that's true, Diane. But it's not like that with everybody. And that's why I told Iva, I said, that's today when we were hooting and, yucking it up, walking from the car into the Arby's. I was about to fall over laughing about something stupid that happened when she got out the car. Oh my God, see, I'm still laughing about it. And it isn't even anything I can explain. But I told Iva that. I said, oh, that's what it is. Because I had spent all morning with her, and everything is very serious. I think that, and yeah. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. Is Shelly still here? Shelly, you're being quiet tonight. Yes, she is. And Shirley. Thank you, Shirley. And Cool Bo. I think Cool Bo was here last week. And Kathy and Sharon. Thank you guys for staying with us. And I have stayed past my welcome, Diane. But yeah, we'll talk. I'm not going to do that Wednesday night thing that I was talking about, Diane. I don't expect to do that until after the new year, but I am thinking about that's what I'll do. I'm going to go out on a reconnaissance mission on a Wednesday night at 9 o'clock and see how that goes. And I'll let you guys know when I'm doing that. Because at first, when I do it, I'm not going to put out a promo. I'm just going to go survey the land and see what that's like before I make any commitment or align any resources with that. And if I like the vibe that I get on the Wednesday night at 9 o'clock, if I do it, I'm not talking about this for no reason, but if I do it, it'll be a gradual transition. We'll transition into the Wednesday night and transition out of the Thursday night. You know what I mean? So it's not abrupt like that. Because I have a video for every week that I've been on TikTok that says Thursday night. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of those out there. That's what makes it difficult for me to change that, because there's so many videos, and those videos still pop up in people's FYPs sometimes because I could see that they comment on it, But anyway, that I will work out all of that stuff, and then you guys can help me any way you want to, or do, anything that you're willing to contribute, I am happy for, and I appreciate Diane, you and Shelley and Shirley and all of the other people that aren't here right now, but particularly Diane, you and Shelley, you are my rocks. You are my peeps, and I love you both. And I will talk to you soon. And what am I supposed to do? Oh yeah. Like I always say, I want this to be your favorite TT show. Wait a minute, I gotta stop here. Hi, Stephen. Hi, Stephen. Stephen is Gabby's boyfriend, Diane. So we have to say hello to Stephen. Stephen Warren. Hi, Stephen. Very good to meet you. Treat my granddaughter Gabby very well. As Brad used to say, she's a handful, but she's worth it. But anyway, we gotta go now. Like I always say, I want this to be your favorite TT show. So I'll see you next week, same time, same station. Love y'all. Love you. Thank you, Diane. Thank you, Shelley. The comments are so far behind on there. Yeah, she is the best, Stephen. But I gotta go. Thank you, Jace. Thank you, Jace, for the education. Love y'all.